solitude holds a special place in Islam, not as a state to be feared, but as a profound opportunity to strengthen our relationship with Allah. Throughout history, Allah has guided His servants to moments of solitude to prepare them for clarity, growth, and deeper understanding. These moments are far from aimless. They are intentional and divinely guided. The Qur'an frequently points to solitude as a time for reflection. Allah says, "Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and the day, are signs for those of understanding, who remember Allah while standing or sitting or lying on their sides, and give thought to the creation." Qur'an 390 to 191. This verse reminds us that true understanding often comes when we step away from distractions and reflect in stillness. The life of the Prophet Muhammad provides a powerful example of this. Before receiving revelation, he spent significant time in the cave of Hira, seeking solitude to reflect and pray. It was during this period of intentional seclusion that Allah revealed the first verses of the Qur'an to him. This shows us that moments of being alone are not just personal. They are part of Allah's greater plan to guide and elevate us. Beyond the life of the Prophet, solitude is woven into the practices of Islam. Acts like itikaf during Ramadan encourage believers to withdraw from the world and immerse themselves in worship. This retreat from daily life allows for undivided attention toward Allah, helping us to reset our hearts and reconnect with our purpose. However, solitude in Islam is not about abandoning community. Allah created us as social beings, but He also reminds us of the importance of balance. Just as we are encouraged to engage with others in acts of charity and kindness, we are also reminded to take moments for introspection and connection with our Creator. Solitude becomes a tool for this balance, allowing us to step back, recharge, and realign ourselves with what truly matters. Through these examples and teachings, it becomes clear that solitude in Islam is a sacred time. It's not about isolation, but about creating space for Allah to guide our hearts and renew our spirits. Life often unfolds in ways that leave us searching for meaning. At times, the changes and challenges we face are not random. They may be Allah's way of guiding us towards solitude. Recognizing these signs can transform moments of uncertainty into opportunities for spiritual growth and deeper faith. One of the most apparent signs is when your social connections begin to shift. You might notice fewer invitations, or that certain relationships naturally fade without explanation. While this can feel isolating, it's essential to remember that Allah says in the Qur'an, "And it may be that you dislike a thing while it is good for you." Qur'an 2:16. These changes often create the space needed for self-reflection and spiritual renewal. Another sign is the increase in challenges that push you to step back. Whether it's personal conflicts, career obstacles, or unexpected hardships, these experiences can feel overwhelming. However, they often serve as reminders to turn to Allah for guidance. These moments echo the experiences of the prophets, who were often tested in isolation before achieving their missions. Their solitude was not a punishment, but preparation. You might also feel a growing sense of inner restlessness, a longing for peace that no worldly distraction can satisfy. This pull toward quiet reflection is a gift, a nudge from Allah, inviting you to find contentment in His presence. Allah reminds us, "Unquestionably, by the remembrance of Allah, hearts are assured." Qur'an 13:28. This verse underscores the peace that comes from stepping away from distractions and seeking Allah's guidance in solitude. A deepening awareness of your own flaws or areas for growth is another sign that Allah may be guiding you toward isolation. This awareness isn't meant to bring guilt, but to inspire improvement. In quiet moments, we can confront ourselves honestly, free from the noise of others' opinions, and take steps toward becoming the person Allah wants us to be. Finally, an increase in spiritual curiosity often signals that solitude is needed. You might feel drawn to spend more time in prayer, learn about your faith, or engage in acts of worship. This inclination is Allah opening your heart, as mentioned in the Qur'an, and Allah invites to the home of peace and guides whom He wills to a straight path. Qur'an 10:25. Solitude becomes the path where this guidance takes root and flourishes. These signs, though subtle, are Allah's way of inviting you into a space where transformation is possible. It's a time to pause, reflect, and realign your heart with Him. Recognizing them is the first step toward embracing solitude, not as loneliness, but as a sacred opportunity to grow closer to your Creator. Solitude, when embraced with intention, reveals its true purpose in a believer's life. It is not an empty void, but a sacred opportunity designed by Allah to guide us back to Him. Through these moments of quiet, we begin to understand that everything we experience, whether ease or difficulty, has meaning and purpose. One of the primary purposes of solitude is self-reflection. When we step away from the distractions of the world, we gain clarity about our own hearts. Solitude allows us to examine our intentions, actions, and shortcomings in a way that is honest and unfiltered. Allah encourages us to reflect. Do they not reflect upon themselves? Allah created the heavens and the earth and everything between them for a purpose and for an appointed term. Qur'an 38. In these quiet moments, we connect the dots between our actions and our ultimate purpose in life. Another profound purpose of solitude is to strengthen our faith. When we are alone with our thoughts and our Creator, we can turn to Him with sincerity. Acts like making dua, reciting Qur'an, or simply sitting in remembrance of Allah deepen our reliance on Him. These acts bring us closer to the realization that Allah is sufficient, as He reminds us, and whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. Qur'an 65:3. Solitude also helps us escape the distractions of the dunya, worldly life. In a world that constantly demands our attention, stepping back allows us to prioritize what truly matters. It shifts our focus from material concerns to the eternal rewards of the hereafter. This reorientation is vital for spiritual growth, as Allah says, and the hereafter is better for you than the first life. Qur'an 93:4. Furthermore, solitude is often a time of preparation. Allah may use these periods to ready us for a greater responsibility or challenge. Just as the prophets experienced solitude before their missions, believers are sometimes guided into quiet reflection to strengthen their resolve and purify their hearts. These moments are not wasted, they are a foundation for what lies ahead. Finally, solitude fosters gratitude. When life is stripped back to its essentials, we begin to notice Allah's blessings more clearly. The gift of time, health, and the opportunity to turn back to Him. This gratitude fuels contentment, reminding us that Allah's wisdom is at work, even when we don't fully understand it. Through reflection, worship, preparation, and gratitude, solitude becomes a transformative tool. It aligns us with our purpose and deepens our connection to Allah, showing us that even in silence, we are never truly alone. Embracing solitude requires a shift in perspective. It's not about withdrawing from life entirely, but about creating moments where you can reflect and grow. These moments, when approached with intention, can transform how you see yourself and the world around you. One of the first steps is to reframe how you view being alone. Solitude is often seen as loneliness, but it's actually a chance to reconnect with your inner self. Start by seeing this time as a gift, a period to reset your thoughts, find clarity, and focus on what truly matters. This change in mindset helps turn solitude from something feared into something welcomed. Establishing a daily routine can make solitude more intentional. Dedicate a small portion of your day to silence and reflection. It could be as simple as sitting quietly after prayer or walking outside without distractions. During this time, focus on your thoughts and allow yourself to be present. Consistency is key. Even a few minutes can have a profound impact over time. Another step is to engage in meaningful activities that align with your values. Use solitude to study, journal, or explore interests that nourish your mind and soul. For example, reading Quranic verses or studying inspirational stories of past generations can provide perspective and guidance. Writing your thoughts in a journal can also help you process emotions and track your growth. While solitude is valuable, it's important to maintain balance. Staying connected to others in meaningful ways ensures that your time alone doesn't lead to complete isolation. Share your reflections with a trusted friend or family member who supports your personal growth. Community plays a vital role in keeping us grounded and inspired. Gratitude is another powerful tool when embracing solitude. Reflecting on the blessings in your life, no matter how small, can shift your mindset from worry to contentment. Taking a few moments each day to acknowledge these blessings helps you focus on the positive and develop a sense of peace. Finally, approach solitude with patience. The benefits are not immediate, and it takes time to adapt to the quiet. Trust the process, knowing that growth often happens in small, steady steps. As you become more comfortable in solitude, you'll notice a stronger connection to your purpose and a greater sense of peace in your heart. These practical steps, when integrated thoughtfully, make solitude a meaningful and transformative part of life. It's not about escaping the world, but about finding the balance that allows you to thrive within it. Solitude, while deeply rewarding, can present challenges that test your patience and resolve. For many, the quiet can feel overwhelming, and the absence of constant engagement may lead to discomfort or even self-doubt. However, these difficulties are not barriers but opportunities to grow stronger in faith and understanding. One of the most common challenges is loneliness. The lack of companionship can create a sense of emptiness, but it's important to remember that true fulfillment doesn't come from others. It comes from within. In Islam, we are reminded that we are never truly alone. Turning to prayer and supplication can bring immense comfort. As mentioned in the Qur'an, "When my servants ask you concerning me, I am indeed near." Qur'an 2:186. This closeness provides reassurance that solitude is not abandonment, but a space for divine connection. Another challenge is the fear of facing one's own thoughts. The quiet often reveals parts of ourselves that we may have ignored. While this can be uncomfortable, it is also an opportunity for self-awareness and growth. Confronting these thoughts with honesty and humility can lead to profound personal transformation. It's also easy to feel disconnected from others during periods of solitude. To counter this, stay engaged with meaningful acts of kindness or service. Even small gestures, like checking in on a neighbor or volunteering, remind you of your role in the community and maintain a healthy balance. Finally, trust in the process of solitude. It's natural to feel uncertain, but each step brings you closer to clarity and peace. By embracing these challenges with patience and perseverance, solitude becomes not a burden, but a powerful tool for renewal and growth. Life is a journey filled with moments of connection and times of solitude, each carrying its own purpose. Embracing solitude is not just about stepping away from the world, but about stepping toward a deeper understanding of yourself and your relationship with the Creator. These moments of stillness are opportunities to realign your heart, renew your intentions, and find strength in your purpose. Choosing solitude intentionally is an act of courage. It requires trusting that the quiet is not empty, but full of wisdom, waiting to be uncovered. As believers, we are reminded that every experience in our lives, whether joy or hardship, is designed for our growth. The Qur'an beautifully reassures us, "And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and will provide for him from where he does not expect." Qur'an 65:2-3. Solitude, when embraced with trust, opens pathways we might never have imagined. In these moments, take time to reflect, express gratitude, and nurture your soul. Whether through prayer, reflection, or simple acts of mindfulness, solitude becomes a reminder of your purpose and the blessings surrounding you. It's a choice to honor the space you're in and to walk your path with sincerity. As you move forward, remember that solitude is not a place of isolation, but a stepping stone toward growth and clarity. Choose this freedom every day, knowing it brings you closer to peace, purpose, and a stronger connection with your Creator. Remember that Allah is with you every step of the way. May He reward your patience, strengthen your faith, and open doors to His blessings at the perfect time. If you truly seek to feel the presence of Allah in every moment of your life, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and most importantly, share it with others who needs to hear this message. By spreading this message, you are playing a role in guiding others toward Allah's light and mercy. Remember, the Prophet said, "The one who guides to something good is like the one who does it." So, by sharing this, you are earning rewards and helping others draw closer to Allah.